the Melicon. He was a Scottish man. I don't know if he's watching this or not. Awesome guy. Talked to. He was very fit. This man told me he was 70-something years old, and he had a beautiful younger Haitian woman. If he's 70, she had to be in her late 20s or 30s. And they had been married, and he said, man, we live together. And he put me to the side and said, let me tell you, man, Haitian women are some of the best women on the island. And it took me a while before I dealt with it. I'm like, I don't want a damn Haitian woman. That's how I was thinking. I didn't want, and until I really start dealing with them, and the Haitian women did not see, because I think, and me and you done talked about it. I'm talked about this. Somebody. We got preconceived notions ourselves in America about, them sassy sapphires. You see a dark-skinned woman, you already think
they all get it.
You watch Living Single, you're at Max. You just thinking a dark-skinned woman. And my stepmom, my dad married a dark woman. I mean, she was mean as hell to us. So you get these preconceived notions in your head of what people are, even though that's not what they are. So when I got to the DR, I didn't really rock with dark-skinned women like that. It took me a while till I say, I met one in the club and got with. I'm like, man, you know what? She ain't nothing like what I thought. She is a sweet, awesome chick. What the hell was I thinking? So I think we sell ourselves out short when we keep our hand closed instead of keeping it open and seeing what the universe got for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. I know exactly what you're talking about, because I love them red. I love them red. I love that long silky hair. But being in DR exposed you to, I'm talking jet black woman that got long hair. I'm talking hair that come down to their ass, and straight. That's not something you just usually see here in our community, man. So it's real shocking, to be honest. And actually, one of the very first girls I got when I was over there on the island was a Haitian girl, man.
How did she treat you? How did she treat you, Senor Leche? Senor Leche.
Man, treatment was amazing, big dog. The treatment was amazing. Matter of fact, it was so good, man. I remember I came back, and it's a Haitian girl here in the States. And it was so good. I'm like, man, is she gonna be the same way? Am I gonna have it at home? So I wanted to give that a shot.
Well, that American culture, man, is so hard to. And look, shout out to the real feminine women in the United States. There are some pockets of it. I just never really had one myself. I got friends who got women who cook for them and do things, and they work together and they build up. But I never had a woman like that, man. My thing, look, I always been able to get women, but I would just, man, it just was hard. They didn't cook, they didn't do nothing. They were just modern women to the core. I had a video just come out today, and I talked about what made me even go to the DR, man. I was so depressed. Man, I'm gonna tell you, bro, I had so much money, but money didn't make me happy at all. I started dating. Every woman I went on a date with, man, she was a hardcore feminist. Look, the higher their education, this is what I learned, man. I said, look, I don't want to deal with no hood rats. So I started dating women who was highly educated. Man, they were worse than the hood rats. Because what a hood, like, somebody's always being feminist. Every woman, the doctor, liked her, man, loved her and her little boy, loved spending time with her. But she was a feminist too. They were feminists, and we would get into it about politics and different things. And I'm not a victimhood type of guy, bro. I was raised like, hey, man, nobody come and save your ass. You got to get up and get it. Nobody's coming. So when I would talk with them, even the lawyer I had, the same thing. We would start off good life, like them. But when it came to politics and feminism, and I remember we got into it about a woman's right about the baby. And man, that would end a lot of my relationships. They would be like, they were feminists because they wanted the right to get abortions or whatever they wanted. But I said, well, what about the man's right? Because I had a woman do that to me, man. Me and a woman was dating, and she got pregnant, and she didn't tell me nothing, bro. While I'm at work, this heifer go have an abortion. Don't tell me nothing about anything. And I noticed something like a couple of weeks ago, man. I'm rubbing on her belly. This mom on show telling me nothing. I'm in there rubbing the belly with my hand.
Ain't nothing there.
Ain't nothing there at all. Look at you. Man, she got me so cold, and then she finally tell me one night. And she was like, hey, man, I went and had an abortion. And, bro, let me tell you, man, I flipped the hell out. I was so upset that, damn, you don't even tell me. So when I started dealing with these feminists in the United States, we would get into it about that subject. I'm like, if you got the right, I should have the right not to pay child support then. What if you want to keep it? You know what I'm saying? So we were getting a knockout, drag out fight. So that was my problem with a lot of these chicks, man.
I remember I was with a girl right before I got with the one that made me move here to Atlanta. And, we was together for about maybe a year and a half. And it all ended, man, like right before Christmas. 'Cause she told me that she expect a man to pay for everything. Now, I ain't gonna lie to you. At this time, I was like, hell no, I ain't no man that gonna pay for everything. We doing 50-50.
Yeah, I got
my mind changed right now. My mind changed on that now. But
you was one of them the strength sprinkle brothers.
Yeah. I'm like, we doing 50-50, girl. But she hit me with something that was so crazy, man, that I just had to leave her. And I left her. I told her after the Christmas. After Christmas, I told her on the way home in the car, I like, we gotta break up. 'Cause she told me, bro, she said, I asked her, like, she wanted me to pay all her bills. And I said, well, hell, you got student loans. Who the hell go pay that? She said, you. Big dog. She wanted me to pay her student loan.
I hit it again.
Man, soon as we got in our car after, I let Christmas go by with her parents, all that. Soon as we got in our car on our way home, we ain't gonna work out. We got to break up.
Yeah, man. Some of these chicks like that. So one of the brothers just because the video I just put out, dude said, "Yo, this was my wife, bro," and brother Real Love. I don't know you watched that video, man. On the move. I was talking about a little story time when I was married. My ex-wife called me. And I had 2 jobs, taking care of my kids. She didn't even work at all, and because she had just had a baby. So I'm like, baby, I got everything. I put it on my back. Got an extra job that her ass should have been doing. I did that, and so she called me. Well, I'm making some steaks right now, some potatoes. My mother coming over. And my family, I'm like, oh, all right, that's all good. And I just say, look, man, put me some up.